All right, you guys, welcome back in. This reading is going to be for Scorpio for September of 2024. All right, we're not going to roll astro dice for this specific reading because this is the last line that I have to do for September. But we are going to go over and do a spread from tarot. I have the Radiant Rider-Waite here. I'm going to be utilizing the wisdom of the Oracle deck. And we're going to pull the crystal at the end and see what's the best stone to use for the month of September 2024. All right. What I'm going to go over pertaining to the transits is all the houses from the first house to the 12th house and all of the transits that are going to be transitioning here in the month of September for Scorpio. All right. So let's get into it. Get a good shuffle and see what's going on here. I'm being called to roll the astro dice just to see if there's anything that Spirit wants to speak about. Let's see. You could be involved with an Aquarius. I'm seeing Pisces in the second house with Uranus's energy. And Uranus is going to be going retrograde on the 1st with your ruling planet stepping back into Capricorn. Speaking of Capricorn, you see what this is all about. Right? Let's see what's going on for Scorpio. All right, so Scorpio, you could be focusing here in the month of September on resting and rejuvenating and healing your body. All right. Welcome in. I feel that you have a lot that you've been thinking about. So you've been more so focused, let's say, on the subconscious of it all. Seeing Pisces here, Libra, as well as Aquarius and Gemini. All right. I feel like you want to know the truth about something. With this hangman energy, you may not have clarity on whatever it is right now. So maybe you've taken a step back. All right. Choosing to really like pause on the situation for a moment. Welcome in, everybody. I've got the Six of Pentacles here, which is Taurus's energy. This card speaks about reciprocity and equal give and take. Right, Taurus for Scorpio, this is your opposing energy. So this is going to be speaking about possibly you sharing finances with a partner, right, or someone that you may be married to. Judgment. Here's your card, all right, with Pluto's energy. It's giving judgment, okay? Whether this is you or on them, however you want to look at it, all right? It's definitely calling for some sort of reconciliation. This may be with a past person that you may have been partnered with in the past. All right. And you could definitely be stressed out about this as well. Like overthinking it. You possibly want to speak your specific, speak a truth about whatever this is. Want to tell somebody how you feel. But you're more so, I feel like, afraid. You're not really saying much. You're like focusing in on like healing here. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Oh, let's see. I got the Justice card out here. I think something will be made fair. If there's been some sort of injustice, you could be trying to gain control over that, whether it's been pertaining to finances, whatever that may be. Yeah, definitely finances. Right. I'm seeing two kings back to back here. I know other readers associate like a king to a king. having associations with the same sex, but that's not the way that I read. I'm just saying that because I see that. All right. It's giving Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag. These specific areas in your chart, Capricorn would be your third house. From the third house, we're looking at Taurus being your seventh house of partnerships. And then we're looking at the 11th house with the energy of Virgo. Okay. So this could be like your friendships. This could be the way that you're communicating and or having to travel somewhere and or coming into partnership with whatever it is. It could be for love, for business. I'm feeling it has to do with money here. Maybe you're not saying something. Something's keeping you in anxiety right now. There's a King of Wands here as well. So I'm seeing Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries is going to be your sixth house. All right. Which is all about day-to-day routines. It focuses more so on like you having to put in lots of hard work. All right. You could be a position of leadership within, your work environment. That's what this could be. All right. Having like a position of authority offered to you, something like that. Leo for you is going to be the house of career. Okay. And then Sagittarius is going to be your second house pertaining to your finances. That's what I'm seeing here. All right. You could be involved in a relationship at this time with the lovers, or this could definitely speak about like having a really big decision to make. Mars is currently in Gemini. This is associated to Gemini's energy. And I'm seeing Gemini's energy overall right here with the Mars in Gemini. So because Mars is your ruling planet and it is in an intellectual sign, which you are typically water ruled, okay, this may be a bit much for you to be able to make a quick decision with something. All right. Um, what else is this speaking about here? There could be a third party involved overall. I see the Three of Cups. This could definitely speak about having some sort of celebration of something that you've been trying to achieve. Maybe you've been trying to keep this secret. I don't see that out here just yet. All right. Maybe you're discontent right now with family and friends, and maybe you're staying isolated for that reason. All right. Because I see someone here that's more so being offered a cup, but they're not willing to accept it. It's more like someone sitting in the energy of boredom and discontentment with their lives at this time. All right. You could be asked to collaborate. All right. The Three of Pentacles. So once again, this is Mars in Capricorn's energy. Mars is your ruling planet. Capricorn being in your third house can specifically speak about like traveling somewhere. Okay. Communicating something out. Like being an authority figure to be able to communicate something out. Like having to teach other people something that they don't know about. I don't know. Right? Like you could have a position of authority in the workplace. And then I'm seeing the High Priestess down at the bottom of the deck here. All right, which is giving Pisces energy. So this is something that you could do pertaining to like a hobby, right? Pisces is your fifth house energy. It is associated to self-expression and creativity. So whatever that is, that resonates for you there. Okay, let's keep going here. Welcome in, everybody. Whatever this is going to be very successful for you, I feel. All right. You may be called to travel abroad. Cancer is going to be your ninth house energy. Are you in isolation right now, and more so your challenge is trying to gain a different perspective about what you're going through? Because this Chariot is coming out for the energy of the ninth house. It's like higher knowledge and or spirituality. Like if you're going through some sort of transformation or something, I don't know. I'm seeing Ten of Cups. You could be moving with your family. Like the Chariot is choosing to go in a specific direction, picking up the family and going. Ten of Cups energy. The Strength card. Leo's energy is like almost traveling for work, your career, whatever you feel is going to lead you towards, building a legacy or something for yourself. Now, once again, it's pertaining to King of Pentacle energy and King of Wands energy here. The kings are, of all kings, we have leaders in both positions. All right. You may have to remain in balance with whatever it is this is asking you to do here. Justice is balance. Two of Pentacles, I see you balancing. All right. Finances at this time to be able to make this type of move. It's almost like you want to pick up and start a whole brand new life is what I feel. Let's see. So Page of Wands. This could be something new to you. You've never done something like this before, but you kind of want to be more so adventurous and explore. Get out there and more so like take a leap of faith. I don't know. I feel like you're going to be tapping into a specific passion too. With whatever it is that you choose to do for work. Okay. What is that involving? I feel like you're not even sure yet. That's because you're trapped in so much fear right now. Do you smoke it by any chance, possibly? This is Scorpio's card. I see a whole lot of smoke there. I don't know. To be serious, you guys, I feel like there's some sort of tower coming in your life. And this is Pluto's energy. Pluto stepping out of Aquarius and heading back into Capricorn on September 1st, which is going to be this upcoming Monday. We'll go over all the transits in a second, but I'm just trying to see like where this is leading to here. So there's something unexpected. Maybe something blows out of proportion, or you have some sort of unexpected change in whatever it is that you invested in. All right. I don't know. The Eight of Swords can speak about someone going to prison. I don't know. All right. But again, it's almost like take a leap of faith. The Fool card here. You're in the spotlight for something. A lot of people may know you. All right. It could be those that you're partnered with. This is Taurus's energy. Once again, that's like your relationship house. All right. Whoever you're partnered with, and or if you have some sort of business deal with somebody, if you signed a specific contract, that type of thing, it's bringing in lots of abundance. Empress energy is like pentacles. It's money. All right. Yeah, whatever it is that you're bringing in money with, it's accelerating very quickly with the Eight of Wands here. All right, Two of Cups. I feel like this was like the perfect union to come into balance with here. I feel like you're going to be set to be able to travel, do whatever it is that you need to do. Move on from a situation. Possibly if you've been working like the 9 to 5 all these years and you chose to invest in something to build a legacy with, it's going to take off for you, is what I feel. All right. Yeah. It's bringing in the opportunity like to continue to move forward. All right. Is what I see. Let me pull from the Wisdom of the Oracle here. Whoa. So, I mean, we're getting closer to your season. We're about, I mean, we're in Virgo season now. We got to go through Libra season, and then your season steps in October 20th, I think it is. All right. And it'll be there probably until like November 19th or 20th, or whatever. All right. But this can be coming up for you very shortly. All right. With major changes that are happening overall. With there could be some sort of destruction as well pertaining to whatever this business is. All right. If it's a partnership, if it is something that you had invested in, possibly a breakup in a relationship, even. Okay. It's not showing that here, but I'm just thinking of like Uranus being in your seventh house. Once Uranus goes retrograde, is calling for change. All right. In any of these areas pertaining to whatever you're invested in. Could be that someone, um, chooses to not partner with you anymore, that type of thing. All right. But I'm seeing a different opportunity being presented and you moving on from a situation or moving away from home because we spoke about Aquarius's energy. All right. It's showing, here's the separation card right behind Aquarius. All right. So something's going to change for the better, the Wheel of Fortune. And then the Strength card right behind that. You're traveling somewhere far. The Three of Wands is there. The Six of Swords is here. All right. You've got the Chariot out here. There's a lot of traveling going on in this energy. What's going on? I don't know. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it's going the distance. I feel like it's saying it's like you going the long haul with something, having no fear, taking a risk, putting in the work. All right. And bringing your dreams to life. And I see that happening over here as well. This could be like you presenting your partner with marriage. This could be you taking a leap of faith and being in the spotlight with whatever it was that you invested in, and that shit like blows up and literally takes the fuck off for you. It's like it accelerates quickly. If it pertains to you traveling or having to communicate something out pertaining to why you're overthinking something over here. All right. You're just more so focused on resting at this time. Or maybe this is what it's called for you at this time. Is like take a break and really like give yourself time to take a pause and relax your body. Whatever this is. It's like whatever you invested in is about to take off. Right? Whatever is meant for you is not going to pass you by, is what it says with the go distance or go the distance card. All right. You're connected with higher power, so you could possibly have like the presence of the divine around you at this time. All right. You have a commitment with the partnership with spirit. Like you understand that connection that you have with spirit. Like if your gut is telling you to do something, you do it, and then it ends up turning like to be amazing. That type of thing. All right. Maybe you've been sitting in this energy of like trying to heal for so long because you have the energy of the never ending story here with the wounded ego. Maybe you've been self criticizing. Maybe that's why you've had like this hangman energy around you. You've been dealing with like unnecessary dramas in your life, shit that you want to let go. I'm seeing the hourglass on the bottom here. All right. The hourglass is the epitome of an ending to a new beginning. All right. And I'm seeing this clock in here. It's showing me the Wheel of Fortune as I look at it. Right. So I feel like it's a time for change. The hourglass here is interesting because it's a heart, and in the middle of it it says love me. And then it has yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And the pin is actually on in the middle of yes and no. So you're indecisive about something, whether you want to separate from somebody and move forward, have the strength to do that. Focus more so on your career. Right. You have this energy out here. It says no place like home. So there's a sense of you coming back to yourself at this time. Just knowing where you fit in and where you don't fit in. All right. It's like being comfortable in whatever it is that you've been working on here. And trying to release yourself from whatever is unnecessary in your life. I'm seeing lots of blessings coming your way. You've got the blessed card here. This is, again, giving me a very unique and sacred partnership that you have with Spirit. This was like an unforeseen gift that came through for you. This may have been something that was completely unexpected. The Tower card there. You've got to be fair here. You're very balanced. All right. You know the whole energy of this whole law of cause and effect in your life at this time, and how to consider your options and what to do and what to invest in and what not to invest in. I'm seeing the numbers 38, 22, 50, 37, 4, and 47. All right. Take it as it resonates for you. You got a lot of positive cards here. My goodness. You're going to distance. You have a connection with higher power. There's no place like home. You're completely in your authentic self. You have a unique and sacred partnership with Spirit. You're very balanced. And you have the happy, happy card out here. There's a sense of fulfillment around you right now. Joy, contentment, peace, and a feeling that everything is going to be great. Everything's going to be fine. All is well. All right. You have this specific partnership here. And I feel it's the one with higher power. All right. You're being seen in the spotlight right now. You have a lot of finances coming towards you. Lots of abundance and prosperity heading your way, I feel. Once you take a leap of faith with something. All right. I feel like you're just being required to travel right now. What is that all about? Welcome in, everybody. I don't feel like you need to know why everything is happening or where it's going to, lead you. All right. Because I have the why card out here. It says the power of knowing the why and the motives that are driving your intention. I see she's trying to hold on to this book here with angel wings. You have lots of wisdom and knowledge about something. All right. Maybe you don't know why you have this drive or this intention to set a potential on a specific area in your life. I feel like Spirit is working with you to put you in that direction. Yeah, there's a deep knowing, all right, that you're connected to higher consciousness here. This is all about listening to that inner feeling. You have the ability to read between the lines with specific situations. You're very hypersensitive to your emotions and you're very empathic. Okay. I mean, you are a water sign. So technically, you're always going within and facing fears first. All right. And having to understand the depths of your emotions. Seems very mysterious to other people, where you more so keep yourself very how do I say it? You stay quiet about things. It's very mysterious to other people. You keep things secret all the time. All right. So you have the yin energy here, right? So this is just your divine feminine energy. All right. You're allowing someone else to make the first move. That's what this is saying. Okay. Maybe you allowed your yin energy to take over. All right. And you know that there is a change in the wind that's coming up. You might feel uncertain about a specific situation in your life. That's giving me that Uranus and Taurus energy and whatever it is that you're partnered with, a person, a business, whatever it may be. All right, but you're prepared for the storm. I feel like you had a chance to really sit with this energy overall because you have the hangman energy right now as your challenge. It's almost like if now is the time to start initiating change, you're going to start feeling the shift. You are. All right. And to the sea. All right. So you're going to start recognizing how all the pieces are fitting together for you, how everything's been like a natural pattern of events coming together to be able to bring you back into the flow of where you're supposed to be on your path at this time. All right. Because what I feel like you're just more so waiting around for this opportunity to be presented to you with the Three of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. All right. Down at the bottom of the deck is the fates. All right. So whatever's fated to happen will happen. All right. This is you accepting that there are things that you cannot change and you knowing what those things are and being able to accept that it's fate. It's part of karma, right? What it's giving me. I've seen the round and round card behind that. It's giving me something's been in a repeated cycle. Maybe there's change that's required right now. Okay. So let's get into the transits. Let's see what's going on here for the month of September 2024 for you. All right. One second. Let me just take a sip of water here. All right. So, Scorpio, in your first house, this is all about self. All right. And currently, right now, we have Palace that is in your sign, which is the asteroid of wisdom and knowledge. So, you're possibly learning a lot about yourself. Okay. And what it is that you want to present yourself out into the world like. Palace is going to be moving into Sagittarius on September 8th, which is going to be moving into the second house of your money, your finances, your values. This is where the energy is going to pick up pertaining to how to make, save, spend your money very wise. All right. In the wise way, what you want to invest in possibly. All right. When the Palace moves into Sagittarius on September 8th, about 3 days later, you're going to see that the first quarter moon happens in Sagittarius, which is the second house. And that's more so going to be saying what it is that you have chose to be committed to. And I feel like it's going to be tested at that point in time. Okay. So I'm being told to run back to when we were speaking about the whole Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Aries, Leo, Sag thing with the two kings that came out. And we were speaking about how your fire houses are the second house, the sixth house, and the 10th house, being all about money, work, and career. Okay. So this is where you're possibly receiving some sort of position of leadership. Speaking about the earth houses in your chart, it's going to be the third, the seventh, and the 11th. Okay. So these are like more so intellectual houses where the house of communication is hitting towards the house of partnerships and then hitting to the house of collaborations. All right. So you're going to be coming together with specific people that are going to help you build your money, your finances, and what you do pertaining to a career is what I feel this is. Okay. That's why I said a lot of readers, they read this energy like, oh, you might be associated to the same sex. That doesn't mean shit. This is energy. Okay. It's weird. But that's what I see. So your second house, things are about to fully take off for you. You're going to be tested, all right, pertaining to your commitment and whatever you set your intention on with the new moon in Virgo. Okay, we'll get there in a second. But that's normally what's going to be the next upcoming transit once we step into September. Okay. So Capricorn being in your third house, Sirius was just recently retrograde in Capricorn. Sirius is the asteroid of parenting, nurturing, agriculture, and self-care. All right. And this is where we're going to see Pluto retrograde on September 1st is going to join here with Sirius. Sirius wants you to take care of your body. It wants you to take care of the way that you eat. It wants you to take care of your children more so. It wants you to focus on agriculture. All right. So if it's you like growing your own foods or whatever, I just feel like you being more set with self-care is going to be of significance. I don't know why this is significant being in the third house, but it's giving me pertaining to communication. Maybe you're going to be utilizing your throat chakra to speak out or something. You're going to have, like, Capricorn is Saturn, right? It's the energy of authority. Sirius is more so like you being the parenting figure, all right, when it pertains to communication. So be careful the way that you speak to your children at this time, okay? Anytime your ruling planet steps into the house of communication, where it has been here back and forth from 2023 to 2024, I feel like your ruling planet has this very heavy masculine energy to it, right? And it requires some sort of transformation that comes in. And that's going to be the way that you speak, okay? So if, let's just say, you curse a lot and people are just like, dude, you're supposed to be parenting your children. Why are you cursing out of your mouth like that? Like, that's what this is, okay? Um, Overall, the third house could involve transportation, your local community. It could involve, let's just say, it's like you collaborating with family members, right? Your cousins, your siblings, whatever that may be. Agriculture could be anything that's grown. Okay, so somebody said something about smoking or whatever, like, I don't know, weed. Is that what you're referring to? I have no clue. But Sirius and Capricorn is more so like self care. Okay, so say you have like an issue with your health. All right, then this could be something that helps you out. I don't know, whatever this is, but that's what I'm feeling here. All right, Sirius is like a way of self care within your overall health. Being in the third house is just more so saying, take care of your body, know what it is that is being communicated within your body, okay? And take care of that. When Pluto steps into your third house, watch the way that you talk, is what I feel. All right. The way that you present yourself out is going to be of significance overall. So you want to be sure that you present yourself properly, especially if you're working with higher power here to like start some sort of business or whatever this is. All right. Aquarius in your fourth house. This is your house of home, your comfort, your divine feminine energies. It is more so the Imam Koli. Okay. So the Imam Koli is all about your roots, your origins, where you grew up, how you grew up. All right. So Pluto, your ruling planet, being in Aquarius. Aquarius is another fixed sign. Okay. So Aquarius is more so like more futuristic, that type of thing. Maybe you are going to be transforming where you live. Okay, maybe you want something that's more modern. Okay, um, this could definitely give me where there could be changes that happen within your home environment where you're going to be picking up and moving your entire family somewhere. Maybe this is, separating from your family because Pluto brings endings and then new beginnings. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for you is that Pluto's going to step out on September 1st. It will retrograde back into Capricorn from the 1st of September. It will go direct then on October 11th. And then it will be direct in Capricorn up until November 19th. And it will head back into Aquarius for the next 20 years. So you're going to be experiencing some major, major changes for you coming up in October specifically. Okay. Like, I feel like the beginning of September will like set it off and whatever's gonna happen, and it will fully take off by November. Okay. Um, Pisces in your fifth house. This is your house of pleasure, love, creativity, children, self-expression, whatever you want to name it. Saturn here and Neptune here in retrograde, both together. Okay. Saturn is going to be discipline, structure, authority, responsibility. All right, where it's like your duty to make sure that your happiness is of significance right now. All right. Neptune is saying get creative and do something that you want to bring about. All right. Utilize your imagination and whatever that is. All right. Neptune can definitely speak about love. So being in the house that represents love, you could be associated to a new love affair. I don't know. All right. But this is where in your head, I'm seeing some sort of issue here in your challenge. This is Neptune energy. All right, so you're hangman mode right now. You're resting on something that you have coming big. Okay. Neptune can say you're trying to discern what is an illusion versus what is really reality pertaining to your feelings. Okay. It involves the heart space because Leo typically rules the fifth house and Leo rules the heart. All right. So whatever you find to be pleasurable or love and or being able to self-express and create, it could involve children. If you have a heavy emphasis of love for children, you could be the masculine to a child where they look up to you, right? That's going to be of significance that comes up heavy this month. The main thing about September is going to be this full moon lunar eclipse that happens in Pisces. It happens on September 17th. This one more so is a harvest moon, and the harvest moon is more so where this is where the moon is at its brightest because it's a super moon. It stays out longer to allow the agriculture farmers to continue to keep working. All right. But it also brings in the energy of heightened intuition and psychic abilities. All right. So you could find that whatever it is that you do creatively, you're getting insight, all right, and downloads through dream state. That's Neptune energy. You could be having signs and synchronicities coming to you at this time, all right. You could be once again teaching in the fifth house energy with Saturn and Leo energy. It's giving me overall like people look up to you. There's something that's supposed to take off for you, but it requires an ending first, okay? So maybe you have to end something before you start something else. Now, Saturn in Pisces will quintile Uranus and Taurus on September 20th. All right, let me pull this separate chart that I have for this. Okay, hold on. So this is going to take place where Saturn typically is of structure. All right, a quintile energy is where two different modalities, all right, well, two different transits are at 72 degrees apart from each other, meaning they do more so work when use flexibility and like adaptability to those energies, which are going to be like mutable water and cardinal earth energies that are working together here because it happens to be with Uranus and Taurus and Saturn and Pisces. So once again, Saturn typically rules what? Aquarius' energy. Uranus typically rules what? Aquarius' energy. All right. Saturn and Pisces quintiled over to Uranus and Taurus on September 20th is going to take place in the fifth house and in the seventh house. Now, if used with structure pertaining to artistic talents, showing your potential for something and or going after something that you feel ambitious about, this is going to pertain to your house of love, children, happiness, and then it's causing change in your seventh house with Uranus being retrograde there. All right, this is the quintile energy. This is actually supposed to work well for you. All right, on September 25th, you're going to see Saturn in Pisces semi-square Pluto in Capricorn. All right, so the semi-square typically is a 45-degree angle with the same exact modalities and elements as the mutable water and cardinal earth energy, which mean they actually don't favor each other because the semi-square is very close in energy, which causes tension. All right, and because they're not like air goes with fire and earth goes with water, we have typically here they're supposed to be working with each other, but they're not working where we're at that specific angle. All right. This is going to be the third and the fifth houses. So the house of communication and the house of your self-expression and your creativity. All right. So you could be like, let's say, self-criticizing your work. There could be like irritation, friction in the energy overall, where you feel uncomfortable with something. There's something that you want to, put out there. You can't do it, but it's not for you to give up. This is the whole process of Pluto coming in and transforming something about your third house. Okay. It's more so having to work with that energy and bringing structure to that energy as well with Saturn being there. All right. So then we're going to be moving into the energy of Aries in the sixth house for you. And this is where your day-to-day routines are of focus, your health, hard work, how you're being of service to other people. This could involve pets. Okay. So Chiron retrograde in Aries is saying that you have some sort of core wound that you need to take care of there. All right. Pertaining to your health, this could be if you smoke, if you have an alcohol problem, if you need to eat better, sleep better, do an exercise routine, whatever this is. All right. Or you could find that you are going to your 9 to 5 and working extremely hard and you need rest. All right. Because the North Node is here with Chiron and it's saying this is leading you directly towards your divine life purpose. So you might feel that the energy is really picked up here. Okay. Typically the sixth house is an earth house, so it's asking for you to remain grounded. All right. Long and patient work. The North Node is typically ruled in Aries by Mars. Mars wants you to take accelerated, quick, fast action. Okay. So you could be overdoing yourself where your health is of significance. Make sure you're drinking lots of water. Make sure you're eating properly. Make sure that, you're constantly fueling your body with healthy foods. All right. So that you can remain in the energy that you need to be able to put in hard work, is what I feel. And this has been like this for a while now because Chiron didn't just step in. North Node has been here since what, last year? Something like that. Okay. Um, Taurus in the seventh house. This is going to be the biggest thing for you as well. Stepping into September, where Uranus will go retrograde in the house of relationships, partnerships, legal contracts, marriage. Okay. You may find that Uranus is like the planet that brings in change. It causes chaos. All right. But it's a good change. It's like revolutionary change, and where something is meant to happen like that, right? Um, this going retrograde here, you can find once again where we're looking at this as pertaining to like business contracts. This could be changes with a longtime partner, that type of thing. Uranus has been here for probably 7 to 8 years. Okay, this is nothing new. Uranus is going to be stepping out of Taurus in 2025 into Gemini, which ends up stepping into your ruling house, the eighth house. All right, which pertains to it's the house of transformation. It is the house that involves your deep emotional feelings and how you're supposed to be facing your fears at this time. It speaks more so about debt. All right, so emotional debt, financial debt, physical debt, whatever it is, right? That's where you're going to be dealing with it. Which the eighth house is also having to do with sex. So maybe if you separate from a partner and you don't feel, you know, um, ready to step into another relationship. Okay, we were speaking about the fifth house being all about your pleasure, your love, your creativity, and your love affairs. Saturn's there. It's creating structure around your children. You don't want to bring somebody in immediately if you choose to separate from some longtime partner. All right. So Uranus is bringing in a major change in your life. You might become celibate at that time. You just something unexpected. You know what I mean? Um, but that's what Uranus does. It causes some sort of chaos unexpectedly. All right. But it's for a better revolutionary change in your life. And then once again, it'll be stepping into the eighth house, which is all about transformation. So it'll be good for you. But anyway, let's jump out of Uranus's energy. Let's look at the actual eighth house and what's happening there now. So Mars in Gemini, which is your ruling planet. Okay. Let's just say Mars is all about desire. It's all about sex. It's all about passion. It wants you to more so follow that drive and that energy, the aggression that you have behind something that you either want to transform or as you're tapping into those deep emotional feelings. Mars is in the perfect placement here. All right. But obviously, we know Mars and Gemini. Gemini is of communication. This can be like the way that you speak is very harsh towards others. All right. And you may not notice this because you're Pluto ruled, your Mars ruled. You're like, get the fuck over it. That's what it feels like. Right. Um, Mars is actually going to step into Cancer on September 4th. So this is probably how you've been dealing with, overall energies so far. Um, Mars being here in this house as well. This is the house of other people's finances or bank loans coming through or let's just say like credit card loans and things like that, right? So maybe you find that right now at this time you're receiving many offers for money. Okay, I just wanted to say that as well. Now, Jupiter is also in Gemini, which Jupiter is a great area to be here for you. Say if you needed to get a bank loan to buy a home, perfect placement. Okay. Now, these planets that are here, Mars and Gemini in your eighth house, are the only two planets besides Uranus stepping in on the first in retrograde that have not gone retrograde this year. Venus will not go retrograde this year. It did go retrograde last year in Leo, which was your house of career. We'll get there in a second. Um, and Mars did not go retrograde last year, but it is this year, and it's happening in your house. Okay. Well, not your house, but it will retrograde back into. No, it's not going to be in your house. It's going to be in the ninth and the 10th. Mars will retrograde at the end of the year, is what I'm trying to say. These two planets are the only ones that have not gone retrograde. Mars and Gemini together right now. All right, so Mars will go retrograde on December 6th in the sign of Leo, which is going to be your 10th house, moving back into the energy of your ninth house, which is Cancer's energy. Mars in Cancer is at its fall. It's not comfortable there. Doesn't work with the most strength that it needs. So you're going to find that you're really not in the energy of heavy spirituality. Ninth house is all about like higher learning, spirituality, foreign travels. Everything here is saying you want to go travel, travel, travel. But I'm not sure if you're ready for that right now. All right, so you're more so in like hangman mode. Okay, you're trying to find structure around your love life right now, is what this is. Okay, around your children, around what your hobby is, around what you find to be creative and expressive. Over here in your ruling house, you have Jupiter expanding your money. All right, it's expanding the way that you feel about something. It's expanding the way that you're able to face your fears and handle a specific situation. All right, so when Mars steps into Cancer, it will move into the ninth house. Let's get there. Mars is actually going to go out of bounds in Cancer on the 7th through the 17th of September. All right, and then remember, on the 17th of September is going to be that full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. So you're going to see where Cancer's house has this very high thriving energy of higher learning, spirituality, foreign travel, a specific belief system, if it's a specific philosophy that you have, all right, if it pertains to like gain in any way. Ninth house is ruled by Jupiter, so it brings in gain. um you could find that energy is more so like over the top. All right, meaning like the energy is out of control, like you can't handle it, the amount of energy coming through in that specific house. All right, and then once again, we're going to see that full moon lunar eclipse that happens in your fifth house, where it's all about like your creativity, your self expression, your hobby. So, whatever is heightened here pertaining to the knowledge you're receiving, whatever you do with that knowledge in the fifth house is going to like blow the hell up. Okay. That's what I feel this energy was at the end of the spread over here. It's like it's going to look good. All right. We saw the Six of Wands. This is Leo's energy. And for you, Pisces sits in Leo's house. So you'll be in the spotlight with whatever you do creatively. All right, that's what I feel. Um, the last quarter moon will happen in Cancer. We just had a last quarter moon in Gemini in your ruling house. That one happened on August 26th, the same day that Sirius went direct. All right, so we already have gone through what it was that you needed to release from your house of transformation. Okay, this is something that you've been dealing with for the past couple days. Anytime you release something in your house, you feel most powerful. You feel like you have the strength over the situation. Okay. Now, the last quarter moon that takes place next month in September will happen on the 24th. That one will be in the ninth house. Whatever is no longer serving you pertaining to a belief system, a philosophy, if it's something that you feel like you're gaining knowledge on that's not serving you, you're going to release those type of things. Okay. Move into your 10th house. So Mercury just went direct in Leo. It was in retrograde. It started retrograde in Virgo and it headed back into your 10th house. So we're speaking about your 11th and your 10th here. All right. 11th house is all about your house of companions and collaborating with other people. And your 10th house is your career. All right. Your public image, your reputation, your professional aspirations, and your divine masculine energy. All right, so you have a great placement here for you because it's Leo's energy. Leo wants to be in the spotlight. Leo wants to be the center of attention. Okay. Mercury here, you've got things to say, and you want to speak to the people that are in higher up. All right, higher power is all in here. Okay, you've got something to say, and I feel like right now is the time to say it. Mercury is currently still in its post shadow phase. It will be there until September 11th, on the same day that the first quarter moon heads into Sagittarius. All right. Now, this is speaking about your career and Sagittarius, your finances. So make sure you take account for this energy that's happening right now. If you need to speak up about something and you want to raise from the bosses, say something. All right. Mercury is going to be, once again, it pertains to communication, to travel, to transportation, whatever it is. All right. But what I'm seeing and what it's doing here is Mercury is going to step back into Virgo in your 11th house on September 9th. All right. It will be there with the post shadow phase up until September 11th, meeting with the second house in that first quarter moon. And then it's going to move into your 12th house on September 26th. So Mercury is moving pretty quickly for you in the following houses: the 10th, career; the 11th, your house of companions; and your 12th, the house of the unknown. All right. So this is a personal planet for all of us. Mercury is how we communicate what it is that we want to speak our truth about. All right. And again, Mercury can involve like siblings, cousins, neighbors. It can speak about traveling, whatever it is, all right, that you're going to be going through. You want to take advantage of it by the end of September, okay? For you to see some massive changes in these specific houses of career. The house of companions could be like if you want to join an organization, if you want to associate with a specific group of people, if you want to present something out, you know what I mean? Pertaining to like something that's futuristic, because the 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, all right? So it could be like something online in the media, all right? Like the internet, that type of thing. Let's move out of Mercury's energy in the 10th. Let's talk about Virgo and where the sun is currently right now. All right, so the sun is shining on who it is that you want to collaborate with at this time. All right, it's speaking more so with Vesta being in Virgo, is the asteroid of spirituality. Maybe you want to associate to those people that are in higher power and where they're leading you directly to where you need to be. Welcome in, Born to Learn. All right. I see here there's a lot going on for you, and it has been a lot going on for you since the middle of August, where we actually stepped in with the sun in Virgo. We've seen Venus pass over Virgo. Juno was in Virgo, which is the asteroid of marriage and partnership. Okay. And now that we have Juno in Libra and Venus in Libra, I don't feel that the marriage and or partnership within the community of people that you're associated with is there already. All right. It's a heavy spotlight on you continuing to move forward, whatever you set your intention with there while those specific transits were happening in that house. All right. The new moon takes place in Virgo on September 2nd. So whatever it is that you choose to move into next, pertaining to who you're going to be collaborating with next, that's where your commitment will be tested on September 11th with that first quarter moon pertaining to your finances and what you value. Okay. Whew. All right. So moving on from the 11th house, let's look at the 12th house with Libra and the 12th. All right. This is the house of the unknown, the subconscious, the imagination, how you're supposed to be inspiring other people. 12th house asks you to be sympathetic with others, compassionate with others, vulnerable with others. They want you to focus on love, on spirituality. All right. So Venus is in Libra in its domicile here. I would say Venus being in Libra in its domicile in the 12th house, because Venus is exalted in Pisces, in which Pisces rules the 12th house, is a very good placement for you. All right. So if you're looking for love right now, you might find that in your dream state, all right, subconsciously, you're utilizing your imagination to bring something about into your reality. That's going to be significant for you, Scorpio. Juno, that is currently in Libra. Maybe you're seeking some sort of partnership, something that you want to be committed to, a marriage. All right. And maybe that's what spirituality at this time. Take advantage of that energy. All right. Lilith is in Libra. Lilith is all about power, vengeance, and revenge. But Lilith is this very powerful type of energy. It's how do I say it? It's a very I always look at it as it's like the female Mars. You are ruled by Mars. So you having Lilith in the 12th house, which is associated to a feminine energy, it works well for you. You have the power to understand the psychic information that's coming through in the 12th house. It more so feels a little mysterious, which you are mysterious. You're all about that, right? The 12th house can be your dream state, seeing signs and synchronicities. It's kind of giving me like you could be having interest in like the occult and things like that. Like that's typically what you're involved with as well. But we also have South Node here, so I feel like you're tapping into like a natural gift. Whereas you could have been dealing throughout, last year into this year with like karmic challenges and past life issues with trying to overcome or understand what's happening in your 12th house. All right. Now, what I was speaking about here was we're going to be seeing this shift in energy, whereas Pisces and Virgos for you is in the 5th and the 11th. Once we see the eclipses change, with Pisces coming out of this whole like Aries and Libra eclipse energy that we've been seeing. This is a heavy on this Mars versus Venus energy. It's been there since back when the nodes were in the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in your sign, Scorpio. So you've been going through karmic challenges for a long time now. Back then, it was in your house of self and in your house of relationships. Then it went into your house of work and your house of hold on, your house of work and your house of the unknown. All right, hard work and the unknown. When it shifts into Virgo and Pisces, it's then going to change its energy. There is no longer Mars and Venus in opposition. It's now going to be Mercury versus Jupiter and Neptunian energy, which Jupiter wants you to grow and prosper, all right, with abundance and prosperity coming in for you. Neptune wants you to utilize your imagination to be able to create. Mercury wants you to speak that out to the universe so it can come into manifestation. All right. That's going to happen for you in the 11th and the 5th houses. This is going to be you and communities of people. 5th house is your creativity and how you're going to self-express that out there in order to go after your happiness. I hope this is making sense because this is the major shift. Whereas when we step into 2025, on January 11th, the 111 portal, we will have the North Node step into Pisces. This will be the very beginning of the shift here in September, where we're going to see a full moon lunar eclipse happen in Pisces. There's going to be 2 more eclipses that happen with the opposition of Aries and Libra, and that's going to be on the first one happening, the new moon solar eclipse after this full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces will happen on October 2nd. And then the other one is going to be on March 2025, with that one being the solar eclipse in Aries. And then we're done with that energy. No more Mars and Venus in opposition. It will then be Mercury versus Neptune and Jupiter, all right, with Pisces and Virgo. All right. Virgo wants you to perfect something, wants you to stay organized, wants you to look into the details, all right? Become very analytical, all right? Stay very focused at this time, especially with your health. Your health is going to remain like in equilibrium. Your mind, your body, your spirit is of importance. Why? Because Pisces, if you're tapping into this intuitive state that you have to be able to discern what is real and what is not. You don't want to have to go into the energy of wanting to escape because you don't understand what's going on around you. There is no alcohol, there is no drugs, there is no escaping. It's dealing with the energies that are caused in, what Pisces calls for. Pisces can be like feeling imprisoned, feeling in isolation, wanting to stay in solitude, not wanting to interact much, having to fully tap into, how you call it, your subconscious state, and really understanding what's coming through in your dreams is what it is. You know what I mean? So this is going to be a heavy shift, but for you, this should be normal. You are a very mysterious sign. You are like water. You flow with whatever comes your way. All right. Just remain adaptable overall because we are stepping into mutable energies in this opposition with Virgo and Pisces. So it's going to ask you for you to be adaptable, flexible, versatile with whatever comes your way and whatever house is coming through. Personal planets, Venus, Mercury, Mars. Okay. Your Mars rules. You're in Gemini right now. Heavy adaptable to whatever's happening in your house of transformation. All right. Let's pull you guys a crystal. Let's see what's going to be the best crystal for you this month in September. And we're going to leave the reading here. Okay. Whoa. All right. We've got Amber. So there's going to be a lot of healing around your home environment because I said Pluto's been in Aquarius. It says healing family patterns, releasing karma, preserving the wisdom gained by the lessons of the past. All right, so maybe you're going to choose to release something. And it's going to feel uncomfortable for you, but you have to do it. It's in order for you to heal. And Chiron is the wounded healer, right? It's in your house of health. Something is hurting you. Something is keeping you from being your very best. You have to release that. All right. Let's look at number 3 with Amber being here. All right, you guys, I don't know if I'm in the mood to read because I'm literally losing my voice. I will read out the general message and I'll read out the crystal spirit meditation and we'll move on. All right, because I think we went over plenty here. It says the families we come into as infants and the ones we grow up in offer us experiences that yield gifts. Lessons about love, about resilience and forgiveness, and about our own power to leave behind old ways and embrace the new. Our current families do this too. By exploring our relationships with family members, we can discover our own strengths and wisdom. Amber Spirit is here with a message to reconnect with the wounded. Story you still recount, one that is a legacy of your family. Can you heal this story and instead tell one from the perspective of love? How beautiful it is to alchemically change the experience of family. This way, you may receive and give love within a family as defined by the heart and the magic of the conscious universe, who sends people your way to make sure that you have the caring and affection you need and deserve. Friends can be new family. Reflect today on the love you have created for yourself and how precious you are, a gem like no other. Reflect on the family surrounding you and the guides and manifestations of the conscious universe here to support you and love you. Love and then love some more. Look to those who choose to offer you this gift, for they are human and animal, their family. Draw strength from knowing that love shows up always to bring you what was missing in your own family in the past. This balm is available for you to heal the family wound that has hurt for so long. All right. So there's something pertaining to your family that is hurting you. Pluto, your ruling planet, is inside of your house of home right now, but it will retrograde back into your third house. And this happens to be with siblings as well. All right. So it could be like, your siblings. It says amber is not a true crystal for fossilized tree sap. Just as the resin is solidified, so too are patterns sometimes passed down by family. Meditation with amber spirit is excellent to help explore these patterns and shed light on those that may no longer serve you. So maybe you're going to be releasing family at this time, which is a new journey for you. All right. But this is something that's coming up for the next 20 years. So if you're one that have been, like, let's say, under mom's tits for a long time, it's time to go. Okay. Prosperity message, because I feel that it is of importance because of your second, your sixth, and your 10th houses. I'm going to read this out. It says the lessons we learn about security and prosperity in our families of origin are brought into our lives as adults. Do you know what those lessons were for you? What messages about money and finances, about savings and investing and spending and sharing were you given? Amber Spirit appears with an invitation to explore those lessons and messages in order to move forward consciously on the path of prosperity, unencumbered by old habits related to finances. These were perpetuated by you because, well, you never thought to question them. They enjoy, or to enjoy prosperity, explore what your family taught you about abundance and make conscious choices about whether to keep, alter, or replace the lessons you learned. The conscious universe wants you to be prosperous and will support you in making changes and in creating sustaining wealth. I love you guys. I'm leaving the reading there. Bye.